Joining us now is AM 970 radio host, former Saturday Night Live cast member, Joe Piscopo, during his radio show. Joe, great to see you. Thanks for being here. SNL gave President Trump jokes a break this weekend. What's your reaction?
Well, first of all, Maria, great to see you and great to talk to you on Mornings with Maria. I'd like to be known not as Joe Piscopo, as Giuseppe Ocasio Piscopo, if you don't mind. I think,
Giuseppe Ocasio.
It's a whole new thing. There's no Green New Deal. It's a Red New Deal. It means free marinara for everybody, Maria. I'm just trying to legalize marinara. It's unbelievable. You know, it was actually funny this weekend. I watched Saturday Night Live. I watched it, and I know when I would be chatting with you this morning, my dear friend, and it was the writing was pretty funny. The opening was great with Leslie Jones, you know, and Kenan Thompson doing the R. Kelly sketch. If you saw that, they were hard on that, but it was really funny. But then they always have to do the Donald Trump jokes. I wish they would just be funny because they can do that. They can just be funny. I don't know why they always have to pick on the president.
Well,
I don't know.
That R. Kelly interview was just insane.
Oh,
how about the Dan Crenshaw meeting? Another hero on Friday. Texas Congressman showed off his Captain America glass eye to the man behind the shield, actor Chris Evans, and we know what happened with SNL here, where SNL made fun of the Congressman Crenshaw, and then he went on and, you know, I mean, I guess it was good that he went on and they made fun of it, and they all ended up friends at the end.
I thought that's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. But there are things that are happening in the world. Maria, yesterday on Futures, on Sunday Morning Futures, where you were on Fox News yesterday,
yes, that
was a brilliant discussion with John Bolton, National Security Advisor. It was brilliant. You were talking about China, and if anybody is thinking about what I'm talking about, you have to check out Maria's show yesterday with John Bolton. It was great. That's the funny thing, because China is taking over everything. They're so obsessed with Russia. Everybody's obsessed with Russia. Russia, due respect to the Russians, they're small players to the Chinese. And that's a sketch that the Chinese are taking over everything. We were thinking the Chinese are going to end up taking, we were joking about it here on the show on AM 970, The Answer. We were talking about the Chinese taking over the Italian restaurants in Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not going to happen, Joe.
You're the Brooklyn girl, man. But there's fodder there, and it's something that is happening, and something that's newsworthy, you know. That China.
Well, I do think this is the biggest issue of our time. I mean, really, and I wonder if the Democratic candidates are talking about this as well. I mean, 2020 is here, right, Joe? I know you're talking about it all the time on 970 AM. The Answer, your program that we're on now live. But there's a new poll of likely Democratic caucus voters from the Des Moines Register. 27% say that former Vice President Joe Biden is their first choice for president. Bernie Sanders is their second at 25%. And then you've got Elizabeth Warren in a distant third at 9%. What's your take on the Dem lineup?
No one could beat Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to win. If this is the and due respect, by the way, and this isn't pro-Trump, right, Maria? It's not pro-Trump. No one's going to beat the president. He will win in a landslide. He will win in a landslide.
Why do you say that?
Because there's nobody. You need somebody from the outside. Bring in Oprah. Bring in Mark Cuban if his personal life is in place. Those are the people that would give the president a run for his money. And I'm only telling you what the audience is telling us.
Biden beta?
Biden, it's good, but I don't know that Joe Biden. Due respect, I never like to be mean. We always put aside the divide on this show, Maria.
Yeah.
I don't think Biden Beto makes it. I don't think you beat President Trump. I think he walks away with it. And you know, and when they make fun of the president, either it's on Saturday Night Live, it's okay. Hey, remember, you know what I was thinking about before we came on the air? I was thinking about when Danny Aykroyd and John Belushi did. Remember Danny Aykroyd did Richard Nixon on Saturday Night Live? And it was funny, you know, and he was... Yeah, and John Belushi did Henry Kissinger, you know, let's pray, Henry, let's pray. You know, and then John Belushi saying, I don't want to pray, Mr. President, I don't want to pray, you know. We have to laugh at it. We can have some fun with it. I think President Trump should have fun with it. But again, you hit the nail on the head when you're talking about China. That's something I would love to see on Saturday Night Live. I'd love to see Cecily Strong do more Ocasio-Cortez on Saturday Night Live.
I love
but
her.
Right now,
she played me after the debate.
Oh, that was funny. I saw that. That was great.
She was awesome.
She was so, and that's what I want to see. When we followed the original Saturday Night Live, Maria, we had her follow Belushi and Aykroyd and Chevy Chase and Gilda Radner, the brilliance of the original show. And our producer at the time, Dick Ebersol, said, "Just be funny." And they did it. They did it this weekend on Saturday Night Live. It was funny and it was great, especially with Leslie Jones and Keenan doing the R. Kelly sketch. But when they go to the president, it's like you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And if you want to pick an issue that's out there riveting, it's China trying to take over everything.
Well, I'm surprised you're not doing more on the Dems. I mean, is there anything to make fun of about AOC? You started the conversation calling yourself Joe Piscopo.
That's what I want to do. The Green New Deal. No, we want the Red New Deal. It's absolutely. And I keep saying this over and over and over again. Leslie Jones, that you got to. Maxine Waters is material that writes itself. I mean, she really is. And you should. I'd like to see them play that up. I always talk about Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff with those eyes like Children of the Damned. Every time he always looks so. Like that, they should do something with Adam Schiff. There's so much on the left that you can do.
Hey, I think what did he interview Michael Cohen for 10 hours? I mean, that sounds like coaching to me, Joe. I mean, Adam Schiff talking to Michael Cohen for 10 hours before he actually testified? What was that all about?
He was trying to brainwash him with those laser eyes, Michael, look at me. And by the way, Ben Stiller is fantastic as Michael Cohen, but there's the sketch right there. Yeah. And so I would like to see them broaden that a little bit.
Joe, it's great to talk to you.
I love you, Maria.
Love you back. Joe Piscopo. Don't forget to listen to Joe, AM 970, The Answer.